Yo, what is going on? I was waiting for
Oh, you
Smith
was
to
waiting
do
for
the
my
intro.
shit. Nah, not on the chop shop. We don't do those.
Yo, what's good? So, welcome to another episode of That's Not Christians, the Chop Shop. Today we got a special guest, Marcus Holt. Now, Chop Shop is exclusively on YouTube, so make sure you subscribe. Make sure you turn the notifications on. This will also be available on God's Music Radio. So if you're hearing this on Spotify, iTunes, make sure that you follow us on God's Music Radio or YouTube so you can get all of this exclusive content.
Yeah, I like that. I like
Not
that.
bad,
Let's
not
go.
bad.
Not
Yo,
bad.
that was like a little freestyle. My man put me on the spot. You know what I mean? Like
That was
Not
like
bad,
a
not bad.
that was a chop shop with chop shop. We got the brother Marcus Hall with us. What's up, Marcus?
Welcome,
man.
welcome.
CEO of
We don't got
Kingdom.
sound effects. We don't got sound effects. So we
Yeah, CEO of Kingdom Time.
Yes, sir.
If you don't know, get familiar.
Yeah.
We got Chris in the comments. Look, you're my guy Marcus,
Yeah.
UK Gangster Hall.
What's going on, Chris?
That's dope.
So yeah, man. So a little bit about I mean, man, I've known Marcus for a while, for years, man. He's been in the CHH scene. He's been grinding. Recently I got asked to do well, not recently, but what was it, last year? I would say, yeah, last
2019.
2020, no? Yeah, I think 2020.
Like the end of 2019. Because after you, yeah. I think it was the end of 2019. I'm sure.
Oh yeah. It was before the pandemic.
Yeah.
But Kingdom Time Media has been putting out some dope ciphers. I mean,
Some really dope ciphers, man.
Corey
Really
Red,
dope ciphers,
Riggs, bunch of individuals. You know what I mean? So I was invited to jump on, and man, I love this brother. I love his heart and everything, man, and what he's doing. He's also doing the Kingdom Choice Awards, which we'll get into more later. But yeah, man, tell him your story, man, and how you got mixed up in all this, man.
Yeah, well, basically, some years ago, man, I started out doing urban outreach concerts. One being the Higher Calling. And basically what that was, it was just an urban outreach event that started in Herbert Von King Park, which was formerly known as Tompkins Park in Bedford-Stuyvesant. And I just invited a bunch of Christian hip hop artists to come through and, just reach out to the hood. So that was really the genesis of it all. Started doing those events, did those events for about 9 years straight. And it was a blessing. A lot of people, came to the Lord. It was an effective ministry. And throughout that time, I just got more affiliated with a lot of the Christian hip hop artists and had the vision to start a company called KingdomTime Entertainment, which was basically a multimedia / promotion company that was really geared towards helping the Christian hip hop movement as far as providing management, promotion, and visuals, and so platforms. And yeah, from that, a whole bunch of stuff came out, like Choice Awards, and then in recent years, the NYC Cypher series.
Yeah.
Yeah, if y'all don't know Marcus out here in New York, man, he's an OG, man. The CHH community respects him heavy.
Yo, so when you were doing those outdoor ministries, like what year are we talking about?
From 07.
Okay.
That was like my first public event. And that was the first I had calling. On the flyer, I had Corey Red, Q the Prophet, Richard Dolphin, TJ the Praying Man, and young boy at the time, Malachi the Truth. And then as I progressed in promoting the event, a bunch of giants were added to the event. You know what I'm saying? So on the day of, we ended up like with maybe about 10, 12 artists. on the joint. Yeah, and it was shortly after that I met Switch because you used to move with Daniel Johnson heavy.
Yeah,
and Daniel Johnson, he was on the first Higher Calling as well. And then one year, may have been the following year.
No, it was that day. I think that day he brought me on.
Right. No, that I think that was the second year when he came
the second
back,
year.
and you and him had that song. Something
Saved,
like most people want to say they want to be saved or something like that.
Yeah.
Very radical song.
Okay.
I remember one of the lines was something like, if you get locked up for preaching the gospel, is TD Jakes gonna bail you out or keep selling them books?
Okay.
Wow. Okay.
The church looking like a circus. It was very radical and very straightforward.
I love
Switch
it.
about the smoke. Okay.
My verse was a little. I wasn't saying no names.
You wasn't as edgy. You was
Daniel was
Daniel
was saying the name.
Yeah. As always, you know. Yeah. So yeah, it's like from 07, you know.
Yeah, man, that was dope, and there was a lot of people there, and like Marcus' whole thing was like he said, just ministry. Like it was just ministry focused, and also opening doors for CHH artists. You know what I mean?
Right.
Also doing the business side and ministry. Like he's probably one of the most balanced dude, where it's like ministry and business, but you know what I mean, with ethics. You know what I'm saying, with like good ethics.
So do you have a background in like in music and management and all that, Marcus? Or is it just something that you felt led to?
Yeah, it was something that I definitely felt led to, and what really led me to like getting to know a lot of the artists. Like back then, I started to realize the struggle for a lot of the artists. Like they would spend all this money in studio time and production on beats and imagery for their projects, and at that back then, they would print like a batch of 1,000 CDs.
Yeah,
and then bro, some of them still got some of those CDs now. You know what I'm saying?
It wasn't moving units.
Yeah, it was a hard life, bro, and I saw like some of the artists at their lowest point of discouragement, because not only, a lot of CHH artists at the time, they were stuck between a rock and a hard place. Like the church wasn't accepting them or giving them their wholehearted support, and the mainstream was like, nah, we ain't accepting you neither, because y'all are talking about Jesus. You know what I'm saying? So it was just it was really there's a lot of room for discouragement. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. And we're talking a different time when people were really actually talking about Jesus. It wasn't like, on some trying to fit in type stuff. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Right. So, I had that vision to start Kingdom Time Entertainment to like provide services like promotion, like management, and I was getting into visual production as well. So, getting to doing visuals for artists as well at an affordable rate. You know what I mean? And that's where that all came from, man.
Jose says, Marcus Hall, a whole legend out here. Salute.
Wow, salute. Legend. Wow, that's a big title, bro. Salute. Thank you, brother. God bless.
So you didn't have no video background. You just picked up the camera and was like, I'm gonna learn this. I'm gonna shoot some videos for artists.
I started off doing video. I was doing an event and I asked the guy to do a promo for me.
Right.
And he did it. I was impressed. I was like, yo, I started asking him some questions.
Right.
And he said, yo, download, start out on Windows Movie Maker.
Okay.
So I started with that. Yeah, just to get the concept of editing. Yeah. And I feel like I had a knack for it. And then that same dude, I remember I would call him and ask him questions like, yo, I exported this project in AVI, which, if you know what formats, AVI is a humongous format that you do not export your projects in.
Yeah.
And he was like, I was like, but YouTube won't accept it. YouTube. And he did not put me on. He was like, oh, no, man. Like, you know, maybe try something else or try to upload it again. So I had to learn.
Check your internet connection.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying? So I had to like really learn the hard way, man. Like, but, you know, I learned. God gave me the knowledge and the understanding over the years to become really good at what I do. And now that same dude is not even relevant. His videos is whack. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? Like, God just stunned his gift. Yeah, so that's how I got into video, bro. Like, you know, doing my own promos.
Wow,
that's dope.
Oh, one thing also is like you always been like the dude, the upfront everything, right? Because this is your own hard-earned money, you know, like with the Kingdom Choice Awards, like that's money, you know what I mean? I don't know how much it costs to rent a venue like that and then get all these artists or whatever else, you know what I mean? But it's bread, you know what I mean? And then the higher calling venues that you used to do, and you know, even with the ciphers that you was doing as well. So you know, we appreciate that, man. Or we'll talk about that struggle too, because I guess sometimes, you know, some people be like, "Oh, I don't get the support that I expect," or whatever. Like, what keeps your engine just keep going?
Oh man, it's the love for the culture and the ministry. Like some people, like even recently, a pastor asked me, "Yo, Marcus, why are you still in Christian hip hop?" You know what I mean? I was just like, hey, listen, I just have a burden. I still have a burden for it. I've seen it work. I've seen what it could do. I've seen the lives that it changed. I've seen Christian hip hop. You know, I believe Christian hip hop kept me safe. You know what I'm saying? Because what it did is make me know that I can be me and still love God. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
I don't have to change my I mean, God, the Holy Spirit changes who you are from the inside out. But a lot of times in church, they want to change you from the outside in. You know what I'm saying? But back to what you were saying, though, Switch. Like that's what it was that gave me the drive. You know what I'm saying? I start doing higher callings. Like it was all independently funded, getting the permits, paying for the overtime, getting the sound system. Some of the artists who would get paid, I mean, printing the flyers, all of that. And then also I would give out food because it was a homeless shelters near the park.
Right.
So we would like give out cooked food, like, and you know, like when the homeless shelters hear that they're giving away food in the park, they come out of nowhere. You know what I'm saying? Long line. But yeah, and that's why I used to get frustrated at times when I'd get some long email from an artist complaining about being put on second. You know what I'm saying? I'm like, bro, you didn't even ask me if I needed you to bring a case of water.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So you're talking about beefing about I put you on second. You know what I mean?
Come on, Switch. Be grateful you was on the list, man.
Facts.
Yeah, man. But yeah, that's all it's been. Like even with KCA and all the other events that I've done, it's all been like, I mean, the first KCA, shout out to Barack from People's Choice. Some of you may not know him. Some of you
we just had him on. We just had him on. From Dazon. Yeah, he's a boxing commentator. He did what the pastor told you to do. Why are you still a CHA? He said, I'm gonna go boxing.
You know what I'm saying? But yeah, Barack was he partnered with me financially on the very first Kingdom Choice Awards.
Wow.
And how that came about, he used it. People's Choice, they had this daily thing where they was encouraging dudes in the movement, artists, where they would choose a line out of one of their songs and post it in like a group text, just to like encourage them. And me and him was on the phone one day, and I was telling him, I was saying, "Yo, I got a vision to do an award show, just to do what you guys are doing, like encourage dudes in the movement." you know?
Right.
And when I shared the vision with him, he went ballistic. And I was saying to him, you know, I'm looking at possibly doing it next year because financially I can't do it by myself. And he was so excited about it that he said, Marcus, listen, if you can come up with half of the budget, I'll come up with the other half.
Wow.
And I was like, all right, bet, let's do it. And he was true to his word, man. Like, you know, I came up with $1. I needed $1. He came up with his 50 cents. You know what I'm saying? And we made it work. So yeah, salute to Barack God. God just used him to help me to kick it off. You know what I'm saying? And then, you know, as the years progressed, you know, just funding it myself until we started to get some sponsorship. But don't get it twisted, like I took some L's with the KCA financially. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, I took some L's.
Talk about that.
I mean, it was just like, you put this money into the event, and you don't get back what you put in. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
So it's like, you took the L, and it's like, again, people will be like, why? Why? Because I saw the blessing that it was to a lot of people. I can't tell you how many people would come up to me after KCA and say, bro, I gave up on Christian hip hop and come in here tonight, just put a new battery in my back. I'm ready to go again. You know what I'm saying? Or others who got the award or just got a nomination and were like, you know, just said how much it encouraged them. You know, and then obviously, you know, there's the negatives where you got those who are discouraged. You know what I'm saying? Because
they didn't win. They didn't get nominated.
They didn't get nominated. So now
it's rigged, like the election.
You know yeah, all of that. I've been through all of that, bro. Like,
man.
The truth of the matter is, it's like no matter what you do, you just can't please everybody. You know what I'm saying? But as long as the overall intention, vision, and goal remains the same, then hey, we good, and God knows. And I think that's why God allowed KCA to become pretty successful. You know what I mean?
Now, Kingdom Choice Awards is the only Christian hip hop award show that we know of, or there's others out there?
Nah. There's other award shows. I mean, there was one recently that I saw. I think it was called. I mean, it was funny. It's called the Gospel Hip Hop Awards.
I saw that.
Yeah. I'm not. No disrespect. I was just laughing. The name of the show was just so like, you know. But yeah, that one I saw that one recently. I'm not sure if that's new or it's just starting to gain some more.
But were you like?
I think it was the first year.
But were you like the pioneer, like in your time when you first started? Was there others that were out there?
No,
or was
Trey 9 from the South?
Trey 9, yeah.
He had one in Texas.
Nice.
Shout out to Trey 9 too, because Trey 9, he really got behind KCA big time.
Wow.
And when he came and saw the production and the presentation of it, he was so impressed, man. And he even said it like on stage. He said, I've been doing an award show, but he said, this is how you do an award show. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
So he gave me my props. He was not a hater at all.
Nice.
And then there used to be another one, I believe, in Atlanta some years ago. I can't remember what it was called, but it definitely wasn't the first ones. But I do believe, though, that we're the first ones to do it the way that we've been doing it. You know what I'm saying? Like an authentic, real feel award show.
Right.
And a lot of people have said, like, you know, over the years, even about 2 or 3 years ago, some people, you know, in the industry, I guess, hit me up and was saying, yo, Marcus, listen, I think the Dove Awards are talking about doing a hip hop award show. Listen, you might want to try to connect with them, because basically saying, yo, they're about to put you out of business. You know what I'm saying? Or they're about to shut you down. And then up until like last year or the year before, someone else hit me up and said, yo, Marcus they're about to do an award show. But say bye, like, yo, you're about to get shut down, because obviously these are bigger brands with more money, more support. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
But one thing I believe is this: What God has given us, it can't be duplicated. You know what I'm saying? And the best way that I can explain it, if Dove were to go ahead and do a show, I'm sure it would be great. I'm sure the production would be phenomenal. Right. Likewise, most probably with Rapzilla would be the same thing. But the best way I could put it, that would be the Grammys of Christian hip hop. Right. KCA is the Source Awards of Christian hip hop. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. So
and that's a good point too. Like there's space for it. You know what I mean? Because you have in the secular realm, you do have different award shows, right? You got BET, MTV,
all of that.
So there's space for that in Christian hip hop.
We need more. You know what I'm saying? I'm not against it at all. Like the more, the better. You know what I'm saying? Because it helps push the genre. Like a lot of people think Christian hip hop has arrived. It has not arrived yet, bro. We have one dude who's gotten the Grammys. You know what I mean? And one, you know what I mean? A few dudes who's gone gold. You know what I mean? And I'm not saying that's the point, but it's good when the genre can move those kind of numbers and start to generate some kind of wealth, because mainstream media will pay attention to it more. The artists and labels will begin to generate more wealth, and with the wealth, we can do a lot more kingdom work. You know, now unfortunately, you already know some dudes will get the wealth and forget about Jesus. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But I believe there'll be more who won't. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Yeah.
What would you say is the toughest part of running the award show? Like, what's the part you're like, oh, this is gonna give me a headache?
For me personally, the hardest part for me is doing the actual production, because it's a lot of work. If we have 15 categories, 15 category videos have to be presented. And then all the in-between stuff, the way that the show is executed, everything's cued. So that's the hard part for me as an individual. The other hard part is the nomination process. Having a nomination committee that's spread out in different states, that's hard as well. We oftentimes run into problems. You know what I'm saying? You got like a dude down south who just nominating all down south people. You know what I'm saying? And then dude on the East Coast. And my thing is like when we send out the information to the nomination committee individuals in the nomination committee, we give them clear instructions, like, you know, don't nominate somebody just based upon the fact that you know them, or just based upon the fact that they're popular. You know, look at the quality of the music they're putting out. Look at the character of the individual. You know what I mean? And a whole bunch of things that must come into play. And that's another thing that's different with the KCA. I believe the KCA levels the playing field. You know what I mean? So you can have a Lecrae, Church Clothes nominated for Mixtape of the Year, along with a newcomer like a Selah the Corner in the same category. You know what I'm saying? It levels the playing field. And some people might be like, well, how could such and such be nominated with such and such? Why? Because they're just as dope as such and such.
Right.
If not better. You know what I'm saying? And then even on the lineup, we'll have like some of the big names. We'll have a Bizzle. We've had Andy, we've had Flame, The Truth, a lot of the bigger names on the performance lineup. Then we also put in people who most probably nobody don't know.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? But what I love about that is that they're sharing the big stage with big names. And what I love to see is when the no-name dude or sister bodies. You know what I'm saying? The dude with the name is looking like, oh snap, I gotta come up behind that. Yeah, you do. You know what I mean? So, yeah.
I hear that.
But
Yo,
that's the hard for me, man.
How do you feel about CHH in New York? Like the recognition or the movement or like the vibe, like because I feel like it's been a while since like New York, like I feel like since the Corey Reds, the Precise, Richie Righteous, and that movement was like big in New York, and then after that it kind of like died down. Even though there's a lot of dope brothers, right? There's still Richard Dolphin. There's a lot of dudes that I've seen you working with, and I'm like, yo, these dudes are dope, but they're just being overlooked. You know what I
mean? Yeah, man. New York, you're right. Since like what I call the golden age, like the Corey Red, Precise, Richie Righteous, Jazz, Magellan, you know, all of that. Like since then, CJ took in New York took a nosedive, bro.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying. Let me not say it started to decline. And then you've got other dudes like Seda and Heason Lee and those people who came up who were hot for a minute.
Yeah.
But then it just started to take a decline. My reason, I believe that happened because there started to be a lot of division. House divided by itself can't stand. You know what I'm saying? So there was some division, and not just with the artists, with the brands in New York. You know what I'm saying? So the brands who were brands at the time, I won't call anybody's name, but Kingdom Time was one of them. You know what I'm saying? And I'm not saying it just because it's me. I was always one who was trying to bridge gaps and connect with other brands. That's why I feel like God allowed me to stay relevant and never like fall off, kept me up until this time here. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, there was a lot of division, but I believe right now there's a resurgence taking place. I really do. I believe it started in like mid 2019. But then COVID come and just railroaded everything. You know what I'm saying? But there's a resurgence taking place right now. And I'm hoping and believing, because I was getting ready to throw in the towel on it, to be honest. But again, I just felt a burden. Like I felt like God was saying to me, if you walk away from it because it seems failed, then that's a selfish thing to do. A lot of people have walked away from it and said, you know what, I can't deal with this Christian hip hop in New York no more. We done. You know what I'm saying? I didn't feel that. I felt a burden, like, you know what? I felt the burden of do whatever you can to try to rebuild it and then walk away.
Yeah.
If that be the case. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Do something to help it.
And I also say there was a spiritual attack on the brothers because, I mean, the Corey Red and Precise, you know what I mean? They had scattered Daniel, Jazz, me falling off, like all these brothers just falling, you know what I mean? Like, I'm talking about morally, you know what I mean? Like and it's like, yo, what the heck happened to all these dudes? You know what I mean? Back then we were the frontline guys. We were in the prisons, you know what I'm saying? And there was a spiritual attack heavy. Like it came out of nowhere and it knocked a lot of dudes out, man. But hey, man, I agree, man. It's a resurgence, man. And hopefully, and it's not about states or nothing like that, right? We all kingdom in the body, but it's just good to have brothers on this side represent.
It is about states. You know what I'm saying? New York is the Mecca. What's up?
Hey, Chris. Chris says the hardest part of hosting the KCA is there's no limo to pick me up, no green room with all the green M&Ms and no bottles of Moet.
Chris is wild, man.
Hosted 1 year, the year when gospel gangsters were honored. Chris hosted. It was dope. He killed it.
Yo, that's interesting. So being a New York based organization, you honored the gospel gangsters?
Oh yeah. We honored like a ton of people outside of New York. You know what I'm saying? And that's why so many people outside of New York have traveled to the KCA. But yeah, that was an honor, man.
That's really dope.
Gangsters came through. You know, we've honored, you know, R. Swift. Even though he was in Philly at the time.
Philly,
Petty D. You know what I mean?
Right.
Petty
He's
D
from Florida, right?
Yeah, Jacksonville. Petty D. Who else? Bunch of people, bro. Flame.
Yeah. Had a bunch of guys.
Yeah. Do you think that like as far as like the New York scene, do you think that kind of died down because of like the South started coming up both in the secular and in Christian hip hop?
I think that was a part of it. I definitely think that was a part of it as well. You know, I think there's always a cycle to things as well. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So it's like there's a cycle, and that cycle's been going. And I believe, you can quote me tonight, I believe that it's coming right back around to that East Coast vibe.
Okay.
Yeah. Well, you see that with in the secular, you see that with the
drill music, yeah,
some of the drill stuff in Brooklyn, the New York drill, man.
So I believe it's coming back, bro.
Yeah,
you know, and that's what the ciphers were about. The ciphers were about like creating that platform. That's why I specifically called it the NYC Cypher series. You know what I'm saying? It was about creating a platform to showcase the dopeness of New York, CHH. And what was funny about it, once we started it, I can't tell you how many people hit me up, like dudes from Virginia, Connecticut, Georgia, all over the place was hitting us up like, yo, what's up? How can we get on? We got a team. You know what I mean? And then
I'm trying to headline.
And then other states started to mimic what we were doing. So Boston did one. I think Connecticut did one. There's a few states that like did them, but not to.
And you was doing a collaboration too, right? Like you was doing an event where it was like different states, right? Like
that was the next move. And then COVID coming railroad.
And COVID came.
I was doing it was going to be Barcode 3. I did an event called Barcode. I did Barcode 1 and then I did Barcode 2. Barcode 1 was in I did it in Brooklyn at Park Slope Church. And then the second one was in Harlem. So I was doing Barcode 3, the Cypher edition. And what I was doing, I was bringing Cypher teams from Philly, Boston, Connecticut, and New York. And the teams will all come together at this event and have their sets. You know what I'm saying? And it's going to be so dope, bro. I mean, prayerfully, we'll do it. We'll still do it in, the future sometime. But again, that was expanding vision outside of New York and making it more like a Northeast thing. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Because that's another thing that I feel like has been a hindrance. Like Philly doing Philly. You know what I mean? Boston doing Boston, Connecticut doing Connecticut. Why is it that we're so close together and we're doing the same thing, but we don't see as much collaborations taking place?
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So it was like, you guys, now we're going to have a platform where obviously we all know that hip hop by nature is very competitive.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So all of them are bringing their A game. All of them outside of New York are coming to prove to New York we're just as nice as y'all.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? But overall, when Spirit takes over, it will be a great night and dudes can connect and bond. And hopefully what would have came out of that is that dudes could have collaborated. You know what I'm saying? And start to build those relationships. Even just in the Northeast, that's a great start. You know what I mean? Yeah.
For sure. So we got Kingdom Choice Awards this year, right? September 25th, is it?
Saturday, September 25th. Yep. Church City, USA.
Church City. So what can we expect this year?
I mean, you know, we're pushing to just deliver another dope event. Obviously, this one is totally different. This is the first time since its birth that we've done it outside of the Cumbo Theater. The Cumbo Theater, there's still restrictions. So we could get a contract, and because the KCA takes so much planning, there's no way we could wait. I mean, they could possibly open up by July. You know what I'm saying? But that don't give us enough time to plan. So the team was saying to like, what we're gonna do, and I was like, you know, I'm gonna cancel. We had to cancel last year. We left to cancel. But they were, you know, some of the team members were, you know, pressing me and saying, Mark, it's like, at least let's do a live stream event, just to keep, you know, things going. And I wasn't really, I ain't no front, man. I was live streamed out, bro. I was like, if we're gonna do a live stream, it would have to be done like real dope. And I don't have the connections of people or the resources to do it the way that I would like it to be done. I'm talking about live stream where you broadcast something from Florida and then you broadcast something from Virginia. This is all happening at the same time. The way like the big guys do it.
Right.
But you know, they kind of convinced me. So I was like, okay, you know, they can, you know, we had some ideas and said, all right, cool. And then me and Richie reconnected recently, and we were talking. And Richie, he renovated Church City, and he did it real nice. I mean, it's not a massive space, but he done it real nice. And it's stream ready. Like he's renovated that place to be like you can broadcast from there. You know, stream ready. Like he got everything set up to stream. So we talked about it and was like, all right, let's do it. So yeah, we decided to do that, and then now the restrictions have been lifted some. So not only are we going to stream it live, but we're now going to have a live audience, up to about, I think, 180 to 200 people. So yeah, we expect the event to sell out. Like if we can sell out the Cumbo Theater, I'm sure we can sell out. Church City. You know what I'm saying? But it's different though. So it is different, and we're gonna be doing it like a TV broadcast. So yeah, it's work, and it's different. So for me, it's new because I have to change my mindset from thinking of doing it just for the live audience and focusing on the factor that we're streaming it globally. And because we're doing a global stream, we added 3 international categories. So we added reggae gospel, UK rap, and UK rap was, and Afrobeat, gospel Afrobeat. And we added those just to have a more global appeal, you know?
Nice.
Yeah.
So everybody got to get their ticket. Are the tickets on sale now or not yet?
Tickets will go on sale in July.
So they gotta be on that website before it sells out.
Yeah, man. But you know, New York don't sweat. That's why there's no promoters out here. New York don't sweat nothing or nobody, bro. You know what I'm saying? They'll wait till the last second.
And then they be sold out though. Then they be like, "Oh, I can't get in."
Then you gotta watch the stream.
You gotta watch it on live stream on your iPhone.
Right. Yeah, man.
So you said it seats about 200 people.
I believe I think it's like also like 180. I think you might be able to squeeze. You could squeeze 200 in there, but I think to be safe, we're more looking at like maybe
180.
Yeah.
And how much are tickets going for? Have you decided on the price yet?
They should be around 20, 25.
Okay, that's not bad at all, man.
It's not. It's actually very cheap.
That's cheap. That's like parking. That's parking in the city, right?
Yeah, I'm glad you said that. I might add an extra $5. You know what I'm saying? But in Christian,
he gonna charge 50 for last year and this year.
Right.
Well, I wish.
And it's always been that much, right? It's never really been higher than that, really.
No, I mean last year the last one we did for the first time we did VIP tickets.
Yeah.
It was crazy. I was like, why did I do this like years ago? Because the VIP tickets sold out like in no time.
Yeah,
and I was
just
like,
because
Yeah,
it says VIP, it's all marketed.
exactly. So
and
like,
VIP, you get what? You get the
you just get to sit in the first row, first or second row.
Okay.
You know, and people bought them, bro. I had to open up another row
for VIP.
I had to extend one of the rows because I was like, they sold out.
Wow,
they sold out, bro. I was like, all right. So now I know, like, people want to feel important. You know, put those VIP tickets out there.
Right.
Yeah.
And what's is there a price for the live stream?
I'm going back and forth with the team about that right now because some are saying like, yo, you should charge $10 for the live. Me, I'm also looking ahead of the moment. And I'm saying we could capitalize on, we could make it free and capitalize on the exposure that we could get.
Right.
So people are like, hey, it's free. Hey, who knows? We could get a couple thousand people watching, and people who have never seen it now get an opportunity to see it. And who knows? Somebody could be an investor. Somebody could, you know, it could open so many different doors. So I'd rather. I'm a visionary, bro. So I think ahead. I'm not in the moment like, all right, yeah, we could make a few $1,000s off of stream, off of pay-per-view. I'd rather like get more people seeing it and get more exposure. And,
you want the long-term bag.
Yeah. You know
I feel you.
Yeah, if it's free, maybe we'll be streaming it here on the TNC channel.
Well, careful with this guy. This guy's a bootlegger. Be careful. He's selling mixtapes out his trunk.
Listen.
Wow, really?
There is a media category this year.
Yes.
So
and I saw
how many new categories do you have?
It's really just
4.
Yeah, it is 4. You're right.
4, yeah.
It's 4. Okay.
So media.
We're contemplating adding another one. Which would be EP.
He got the UK.
Gospel,
Afrobeat,
reggae.
Okay, gotcha. Yeah.
And media now.
Yeah, but media's not actually new. It's we just reintroduced it because we had it before.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What's like the process to submit or to be considered for anyone that's listening, that's an artist, media, anything like that, who wants to be part of this or be nominated or felt like, yo, I had the hottest mixtape this year, I need to be on?
Yeah, I mean, it's simple. They can go actually to the Kingdom Time Media site and click on the Kingdom Choice link, and it gives you full instructions on how to submit. And it gives you the categories that you can submit for. But it's basically, you just follow those instructions. So if you're submitting for, say, music video of the year, you send it to the email address KingdomChoiceAwardsNYC@gmail.com. You obviously give information about yourself plus the link for the to video that you're submitting, and then it goes through the process. The nomination. I mean, don't get me wrong. A lot of stuff that gets submitted don't make it to the nomination committee. Yeah. Right up front, we get some whack stuff submitted. I'm a realist. Sorry to say, but
right.
Some stuff where I'm like, why are these people even rapping right now? You are not gifted. This is not your calling.
Yo, that's funny. We actually had a conversation about that. There's a lot of debate on whether you should be telling somebody that the music is whack in CHH.
You got
right?
To.
That's how I feel. That's how I feel.
You got to tell them like, yo, listen. When God gave Moses instructions on how to build the priestly garments, He was very specific. He said, find women who are skilled.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? When he gave the instruction for the temple, he said, find men who are skilled in brass.
And it was filled with the Holy Spirit too.
Right. You know, right. So like if God calls for, when he wants stuff done to be done by skilled people, rapping is a skill, bro.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
Right.
You have to be able to rap. Now, I don't get me wrong, there's always gonna be dudes people who can do it better than others.
Sure.
But you have to have the gift. You know what I'm saying? And if you ain't got it, go find what your gift is. You know what I'm saying?
Oh, go find someone who's skilled so they can pen your rhymes, right?
Cause like, yo, we got some stuff. I'll be like, oh my God.
Do you get some explicit stuff too? Like Christians with explicit like lyrics. I remember in Rap Fest, they said they would get stuff like F the devil, music like that.
Yeah. No, I get some stuff like that submitted to the website, Kingdom Media.
Okay.
But I don't recall getting anything like that for KCA.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So y'all that are listening out there, if y'all want to learn how to submit, is there a deadline as well? Well, we passed the deadline.
There was a deadline for June 1st, but we're pushing it back some. So like mid to late July.
Mid to late July. Make sure y'all submit for that, man. Please be skilled, because if not, you know.
You won't even make it out of the box.
We got to bring Marcus back, and we're gonna play all that stuff live and do a response, live response.
Yo, I'll do it, bro. I don't care. I'll do it. I help some of these people out. Bro. You know what I'm saying?
Have you ever had someone get? Well, you kind of mentioned that, right? But you ever had dudes like get tight because they submitted and you ain't get to put them on, or you ain't gonna invite them to the show?
I get it all the time, bro. Like I've had, if you guys see some of the emails and inboxes I've got over the years, like it's been ridiculous. Like I've had dudes like hit me up and say, "Hey, Marcus, listen, man, I just want to let you know, like, you know, I forgive you." I forgive you. You know what I'm saying? I was offended. You know what I'm saying?
I prayed for you.
Yeah, for something that you did in 2011. You know what I mean? I've been living my life, not even thinking about
you.
And you've been mad all these years. And I had no idea that you were mad. You know what I'm saying? So, but it's been funny. But yeah, I've had plenty of stuff like that. But hey, to be a promoter in Christian hip hop, you have to develop thick skin, or you won't survive. The criticism, all the stuff that comes at you, man. You know, you have to just be settled in your own heart. Like, okay, as long as I know where I am in my heart, and you know that God knows that I have no ulterior motives, or I'm not trying to be shady to nobody, then I can live with it. You know?
Right, facts.
Yeah.
Yeah, man. So I guess we just land this plane then.
Yeah. Anything else you want to share about the event?
Yeah, I mean, listen, we're just doing it. September 25th. Shout out to Richie Righteous, man. He really opened his house for us, and not only just his house, got his team, his technical team, to support wholeheartedly.
That's dope.
So salute to Rich, and it's just good to be, reconnected with Rich. We had a time of where we weren't connected for a while. And we have some great history. Me and Rich have gone on tours together in the UK. His first tour with Mali Music, you know what I'm saying? And all kinds of stuff, bro. So it's good to reconnect and, build on this level. So I anticipate more stuff as far as me and him collaborated. You know what I mean? So
Brother Brinson says, Marcus Hall, you are a CHH pillar.
Oh wow, salute. That's coming from a general right there. Brandon.
Hey.
God chaser general. Salute, brother. Love you, man.
You already know. So yo, what's your plug in your social media, all that good stuff.
Website, all that stuff.
Yeah, all right. So you got Kingdom Time Media. That's www.kingdomtimemedia.com. Instagram Kingdom Time Media. Instagram Kingdom Choice Awards. NYC. My personal, even though I don't really, my personal Instagram is private. I got like 1 million, not a million. I got a few hundred requests sitting around. But that is the Marcus Hall, and yeah, Facebook Kingdom Time Media Kingdom Choice Awards, and yeah, that's it, bro.
Yes, sir.
Yeah,
Dope.
That's dope.
So if you enjoyed this episode, we ask you hit that subscribe button. And once again, to our audio only listeners on Apple Podcasts and Spotify, this episode is a treat for you. So if you enjoyed it, head on over to our YouTube channel and hit that subscribe button. These chop shops live on YouTube only, so we appreciate your support. If you haven't already, go get your merch at that'snotchristian.com. Yeah, we appreciate Marcus for coming on, and make sure you get those tickets for the award show. We'll see you on the next episode Monday. Peace.
Peace.